What's up, everybody? Phil here from Across the Pond Aquascapes. We are in Washington's Crossing, Pennsylvania today, and we're going to be doing a fresh install of a 20 by 40 pond. We're going to have two Aquascape 6,000 biofalls boxes on it. We've got two 9PL pumps. We're going to have 14,000 gallons an hour crashing and bashing over this thing. Those two biofalls boxes, this one right here, we're going to have it at the spillway is going to be at about 2.5 feet, and this one is going to be at 3 feet. So it's going to really come over, crash, bang, move around a lot. They're going to come in here. They're going to take this deck out. They're going to come right down in here with a patio area. We're going to do a nice big cantilever stone. We're also going to be doing some stepping stones in our shallow area. So we've got a lot to do this week. I've got to get the machine and start digging. It's about 8 in the morning, and I'm ready to have at it. Greg, you ready?
Ready.
All right. So we're all finished with the excavation, and as you can see, there is a ton of gravel in here. When I was actually digging it, I was getting full scoops of 3 to 8, 3/8, 3/4, 1 to 3s, 5 to 8s, all different size river rock, river stone. There's tons of it in here. If I was to take a guess, I'd probably say that this is 40% stone. So the only issue that we're kind of dealing with right now, which isn't a major problem, is that every time we go to kind of clean up and start getting all the stones out as best we can, you pick one rock up, there's 3 stones underneath of it. So we're gonna get all the high stuff, all the big stuff out as best we can. And we're gonna go around with the plate tamper and start tamping everything so everything sits nice and flat. Now we're still gonna be putting our fabric down underneath of our liner, and then we're gonna be putting the fabric over top of the liner because they do have a dog that does like to go swimming, which is pretty cool. I like that. So we wanna protect the liner from that. We also are gonna really try and protect the liner as best we can. We do have really big stones, so we're gonna be placing them down as gently as we can with a piece of rock pad as well over top of that extra fabric inside of the pond, just to double reassure that nothing's gonna happen. I might even, with some of them, double that underlayment up just because of the amount of rock that's actually gonna be behind the liner. We also got the waterfalls carved yesterday and we actually talked to the homeowner and we decided to move everything. This box right here, we decided to raise it to 3.5 feet, and this one to 3. We were originally going to do 3 and 2.5, but he wanted more of a wow factor. He wanted to block that traffic. That bus passing was perfect. He wanted to try and block all that out, so he's going to put plantings and everything out up there to really kind of get rid of them, and hopefully the noise or the sound is going to help with that as well. Alright, so we've got everything carved, tamped. All the rock is really, everything's really flattened out. So I'm actually happy with the way it turned out. Alright, so now we're at one of my favorite parts of doing a pond besides the waterfall. So we've got a nice 4 foot long by about 3.5 feet wide of a stone. We're going to be sticking it out, cantilevering it. Stone's going to stick out hopefully just about a foot. We're going to really try and jet it out a lot, so as they're feeding their fish, again, fish can swim right underneath the stones. Now everything measured out right. Water level's going to be right about here. So you're going to have just about 2-3 inches of the stone. Perfect. Love it. Okay, now another thing, last thing that we're going to do, we did shove a bunch of shims. They are larger stones. They're really wedged in there. They're sitting perfectly, actually locked in to the stones underneath it here. There's only about 2 or 3 that are actually balancing it out. We're going to fill the rest in, and then what I'm going to take is I'm going to take some waterfall foam, and I'm really going to shoot around those shims and make sure I get underneath and fill in any of the cracks, just so that nothing over time is ever going to move. So now we're going to get into the main part of the plumbing system where the pumps sit. We have 2 of our 9PL pumps. They're regulated for 7,000 gallons an hour. We're going to be running it through our check valve to our bulkhead fitting, which is going to be pinching the pump vault and the liner together, creating a nice watertight seal. And then from there on, we're going to go in and we're going to step it up to our 2 3-inch lines. Then they're going to run up to our 2 biofalls boxes. So right now what we've got to do is excavate this a little bit, come back in here, give us a little bit more room to move the pipes around and bring it right into the side, and then we'll be good to go. We're going to get in here and start disguising this up and hiding it. Alright guys, so we are all finished the project, and you tell them what's going on. What do we do here today? What do we do with this one?
It looks awesome.
I got it. Let's go with the awesome.
Yeah, Phil put together this incredible waterfall. So many drops coming down.
Oh, you're making me blush.
Stop. I don't know.
You did a good job so far. Alright guys, so what we did was we did a fresh install on a 20 by 40 pond. We did a 20 foot long stream, and we raised them up 3 feet and 3.5 feet. This thing is absolutely ripping. There is 2 9PL pumps on it, and those pumps each produce 7,000 gallons an hour. So right now it's 14,000 gallons crashing over it. Oh my God, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because you always say it's awesome. It is just absolutely awesome.
It really is awesome.
It really looks cool. You guys are gonna see. There's so many drops. They go all over the place. They come back in on themselves. The homeowners loving it. We went out in the back. We harvested some moss. We put it all over the place. This thing is so much mossy goodness.
Awesome.
Mossum. It is mossum. Yes, I love that. Guys, the project took us about 2.5 weeks to complete. We used about 40 tons of stone in the whole thing. There was a lot of material. We got some big sized boys in there. We actually really didn't have a lot of hand size stuff. No, we were very limited on that. But the homeowners love it, and that is exactly what we want. We want to bring them something that they want. We worked with them on everything. We brought in cantilever stones. We got stones to walk out into the pond. It kind of gives it that image that they're just like little floating stones in the water. Everything. He wanted the bling. We gave him the bling bling of ponds. That's how it is. So guys, we're out of here. We've got to get going home because again, we're working in the dark.
Yep.
It's always lovely. So guys, I hope you enjoy, and we will see you on the next one. Want to see how certain we are with the cantilevers? Megan, come here. Not going nowhere.